The Lego Movie came out in 2014 with amazing critical and financial success, which led to this movie in 2019 not getting great reviews. Review after review just constantly compares this movie to the Lego one. Trash, horrible Lego Movie copy, a Lego Movie ripoff. Better than I expected. Oh, I found a good review actually. The movie I'm talking about is the Playmobil Movie, and I'm here today to defend it. Maybe. I actually haven't ever watched it yet. I don't know if it's gonna be bad, but I'm here to defend my precious Playmobil, okay? I think a lot of people compare it to the Lego just because of how it looks. When I was a kid, I loved Playmobil. I actually got it as a Christmas present when I was a young lad, and I loved that Playmobil set. So since I loved it as a kid, I feel like I was the perfect audience for this movie. The thing is, I had never heard of it until the year of 2026, but I guess I'm not the only one that has never heard of this movie. I mean, looking at the numbers, it only made $1 million in the domestic box office, which isn't great because it was made for 70 million. And I was stuck wondering, why had I never heard of the Playmobil Movie? So I thought it was time that I finally sat down and I watched the movie, you know, now that I know it exists. And I found out it is a pretty random movie, so please stick with me, guys, as I explain it. The movie starts off with our main character, Marla, who is played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Oh yeah, real quick, this movie has a stacked cast. Another reason why I'm still perplexed why it failed. Either way, we're talking about Marla right now, who's a teenager about to graduate, but she doesn't want to go to college. She wants to travel the world. You can tell that by the posters hanging on her wall and the song she sings.
I'll get my passport stamped on every page. What a sight.
Yeah, I don't know who signed off on the musical aspect of this movie, but they did. So there's actually gonna be a lot of songs in this movie. Not a lot of them are great. But either way, this is her brother named Charlie, and he's kind of dumb. I don't mean to be rude, but he's just not smart. He says stuff like this.
Do you know what this is?
A really small notebook?
Sometimes you gotta test yourself.
But you take lots of tests.
You are made of stupid.
But these siblings are besties. They get along so well that they play with Playmobil. Let's go. That's what the movie's named after. Wait, is this whole thing a commercial? No, surely not. They play Playmobil so hard that they actually get in trouble with law enforcement about it.
I'm sorry, but there's been an accident.
Oh my gosh, what a whiplash for a kid's movie. They really took the Disney movie approach and just killed off the parents right away. We didn't even get a chance to see them. And we won't ever, because it jumps 4 years later where Marla's trying to raise Charlie on her own and Charlie hates her for it.
I am trying to run a household here.
That doesn't mean we can't have any fun.
Sometimes there are more important things than fun.
This sucks.
I think it's a really noble thing for Marla and what she's done. She put her dreams aside of traveling the world to raise her brother. And I hope that Charlie realizes the sacrifice that Marla has made. Oh no, Charlie, he ran away. Yeah, I'm starting to not like Charlie. So Charlie runs away from home because he's sad Marla doesn't play Playmobil with him anymore. So in retaliation, he obviously trespasses at something called Toy-Con. I think it's like a toy convention. It's a toy convention. Marla tracks her brother down to this place and decides to break in as well. And let me tell you this is the most beautiful Playmobil setup I have ever seen in my life. It's also the only Playmobil setup I've seen, to be fair, but it's still gorgeous. As soon as Charlie sees his number one op, Marla, they get into a pretty gnarly fight.
Because you don't do anything. And you won't let me do anything. Ever since Mom and Dad died, you died.
Dang, Charlie, that's the craziest thing to say to your sister raising you. But there's no time to address that comment because everything starts to shake around them and the magic lighthouse starts glowing and just sucking up everything, including both of them. So they are now in the Playmobil world and this is what Marla looks like. And I just get sad every time Hollywood makes a movie about their main characters getting sucked into a different dimension. The only movie that's done it right is 2007's Enchanted, and I'll die on that hill. Marla's now a Playmobil toy, and so is Charlie. And oh my gosh, that's what Charlie looks like. Yeah, he's a Viking soldier now for some reason. They don't really address it. It's probably just because that's the only reason the story would progress. They randomly get caught in the middle of a Viking war, and while Marla's freaking out, Charlie's actually freakishly strong. And he wins the Viking war, which gives him the new name
Charles the Destroyer. Tonight, we feast in your honor!
Marla's like, hey, let's get out of here, Charlie. We're not Playmobil toys. And the Vikings say no. But they do it by singing.
The chance. He's with us. He stays.
Marla's face here was my genuine reaction to the song. Charlie ends up not sticking around though.
Staying right here.
And a few pirates who were stalking the battle in the search for the strongest Viking use this opportunity to kidnap Charlie. It's gonna get even more random from here, guys. Hold on to your boots. Marla, now on a horse, says, not on my watch, and tries to pursue the pirate car before it mysteriously disappears into thin air. During this chase, we meet a new character named Del. He's a sleazy enchanted hay dealer who was behind on some debt. They basically made him like a stoner character, like a drug dealer, but I think they just needed a comedic character, so they wrote him instead. Since Marla loses the pirates because they mysteriously vanished, she decides to wander the desert in hopes of finding someone to help, and that's when she stumbles into the Wild West. This is where Del is dealing out his enchanted hay, which causes the animals to grow wings and sparkle. Guys, that's actually a pivotal fact. Be sure to remember that, okay? It might not seem important, but it is. Marla tries getting a gang together by bribing the cowboys using some of the gold she got from the Vikings, which is a bad idea because they instantly try to jump her. So she has to fight her way out of town, but luckily Del saves the day in his hot pink food truck. Now they're a duo, except Del's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He genuinely tells her like, I'm in it for the gold.
And I'm letting you in because I like you and not just because you're rich or that you have a bag of coins. That has nothing to do with it.
So they make a deal that Marla will pay him to help find the brother. Speaking of Marla's brother, we find out where the pirates actually take him. They've been kidnapping all of the strongest people from each area in the Playmobil world and bringing them to this guy. His name's Maximus. He's basically an evil Roman emperor, and we're trying to figure out what his evil plan. Nope. No, he just sings his master plan, actually.
You're probably wondering what you're doing here.
It's actually a really strange song because he keeps saying the word daddy over and over again.
My daddy and my daddy's daddy.
Basically, Maximus is kidnapping all of the strongest people, which includes Charlie, so he can put them in the Colosseum and fight a mysterious beast. We then cut back to Del and Marla, who are now in the city because they want to hire an international British super spy named Rax Dasher. He's basically the Playmobil version of James Bond. I know you might be wondering, well, what car does he drive? Luckily, it's answered by some really subtle product placement. Rex Dasher basically hatches up a plan to break into some government building so they can recover the footage from the highway when the pirates disappeared. So then they go on this wild Mission Impossible style break-in that has Marla disguised as the boss, but then the real boss shows up and the mission falls apart quickly. But then they manage to get away somehow and Rex Dasher jumps out of the van, there's an epic explosion, and then Rex gets kidnapped by the pirates. Did that make sense to you guys? Because I was also confused during that part. Basically, the whole mission was just for Marla to find out the pirates just magically disappeared. Or was it magic? Del recognizes the logo of a device that's located on the pirate's car. It's from a criminal boss, AKA the one that Del owes the money to, the reason he's in debt. So they pay her a visit.
She's got her hands in everything illegal, including black market tech.
And she seems lovely, honestly.
Deep down, Glenara is a completely delightful. Whoa!
Oh, yeah, this robot also falls in love with Marla randomly because I think it's deprived of affection. Either way, let's go meet the criminal boss. Oh! My gosh, I don't remember that Playmobil toy. Why did the Playmobil movie make an off-brand Jabba the Hutt? Basically, Del bribes her to spill the beans about Maximus's evil plot, but since Del is too poor to pay his debts, the Jabba the Hutt lady snatches them up and ties them and is gonna melt them in lava. It seems like all is lost. That's when the robot lover saves the day, and they end up getting teleported not to lava. At this moment, Del decides to ditch Marla because she lied about how rich she was.
Good luck finding your brother. I really do mean that.
Del, wait!
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason summed up. So Marla is now all alone. Oh, no, I guess she still has that robot who's got a crush on her. Oh. And this fairy godmother she randomly finds in the forest.
There's still time to save Charlie, but first, you'll need to believe you can.
I'm not lying when I tell you the fairy godmother has the best song in the whole movie. For some reason, they made this chorus slap. Well, maybe the standard was just low compared to all the other songs.
Daddy.
The fairy basically tells Marla, get your crap together, believe in yourself, and ride this magic carpet to save your brother. Honestly, the fairy godmother's a top 10 motivational speaker. I would sign up for her course.
Say I believe. I believe?
Marla and her new robot boyfriend get to the island and manage to break into the city by killing this man. She then manages to sneak all the way to the Colosseum right before Charlie's getting sacrificed to this mystery beast. So now in a suit of armor, Marla jumps into the Colosseum and unchains Charlie so they can be sacrificed together. And what exactly is this mystery beast, you might be asking? It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I'll be honest, a Roman Colosseum full of dinosaurs sounds like every young boy's dream come true. But not for Charlie. Both him and Marla are not winning the fight at all. They are about to die. But guess who shows up and saves the day? It's Del and the lover robot.
Let's make this dino soar. Come on, it wasn't that bad.
The four of them team up together and feed the T-Rex Del's enchanted hay, which makes the T-Rex grow wings and become all sparkly. See, I told you it was gonna be important. And they win the day. So they get on the winged T-Rex and ride all the way back to the magic lighthouse where it all started. And they get sucked back into the real world where the security guard finds them and kicks them out. And the two of them lived happily ever after. Until they saw the reviews, at least. It is funny because there is a post-credit scene that kind of sets up a sequel, but I'm pretty sure that got canned as soon as the studio saw those box office numbers. I think the main reason why this movie got such a low rating was because it just lost the plot in all of the randomness that's happening. Like, stuff was happening non-stop, and Marla, our main character, caused none of it. The only reason she found her brother was just pure luck. She did not incite any of the actions that occurred in this movie, which isn't great. But you know what? I'm a strong believer that even in bad movies, there can be something good about them. And for this movie, it's the Fairy Godmother song. If there's ever a Playmobil movie 2, I will be in theaters watching it. And while I'm doing that, you should be hitting that subscribe button and clicking this next video right here. I also made this video. That's my video, so you should watch it. Please.